Once upon a time, in a small town nestled at the foothills of a great mountain range, there lived a boy named Max. Max was a curious and adventurous boy, but his favorite thing to do was to lie down on the grass in his backyard and watch the stars. Max loved watching the stars. Every night, he would go out into his backyard and look up at the sky, marveling at the way the stars twinkled and shone. He would try to spot constellations, count shooting stars, and make wishes upon them. Max's parents thought it was wonderful that he had such an interest in the stars, and they encouraged him to learn more about them. They bought him books about astronomy and telescopes, and they even signed him up for a summer camp where he could learn more about the stars and planets. One summer evening, Max was lying in his backyard, watching the stars as usual. Suddenly, he saw a shooting star streak across the sky. Max closed his eyes tightly and made a wish, just as he always did. When he opened them again, he saw that the shooting star had turned into a bright blue light that was heading straight towards him. Max was a little scared, but he couldn't look away from the light. It came closer and closer, until it was hovering right above him. Max shielded his eyes, and when he opened them again, he saw that the light had turned into a small, blue creature. The creature was about the size of a basketball, and it had wings like a butterfly. It had big, bright eyes that sparkled like the stars, and it had a long, curly tail that looked like it was made out of stardust. Max was surprised, but he wasn't scared anymore. He smiled at the creature, and the creature smiled back. Max asked the creature what its name was, and the creature replied, "My name is Twinkle." Twinkle told Max that she was from a planet far, far away, and that she had come to Earth because she had heard that Max loved the stars. She said that she had something very special to show him, but that they would have to travel to her planet to see it. Max was excited at the prospect of traveling to another planet, and he agreed to go with Twinkle. Twinkle took Max by the hand, and they flew up into the sky, leaving the town and the mountains far behind. As they flew through space, Max saw planets of all different colors and sizes. He saw stars that were bigger and brighter than anything he had ever seen before. Twinkle told him stories about each planet they passed, and Max listened in wonder. Finally, they arrived at Twinkle's planet. It was a beautiful place, full of lush green forests, sparkling blue rivers, and towering purple mountains. But the most amazing thing about the planet was the sky. It was filled with millions of stars, each one shining brighter than the next. Twinkle led Max to a small clearing in the forest. There, she showed him a special telescope, unlike any that Max had ever seen before. She told him to look through the telescope, and when he did, he saw something incredible. Through the telescope, Max saw the most beautiful sight he had ever seen. It was a star, but not just any star. This star was pulsing with light, changing colors from red to blue to green. And around the star, Max saw something even more amazing. It was a ring, made up of billions of tiny particles that sparkled like diamonds. Twinkle explained to Max that the star was called a pulsar, and that the ring around it was made up of a special material called neutronium. She said that it was one of the rarest and most beautiful sights in the universe, and that she was so happy to be able to share it with Max. He had never seen anything like it before. He thanked Twinkle for showing him such an amazing sight, and he promised that he would never forget it. As they made their way back to Earth, Max realized that he had learned so much from his adventure with Twinkle. He had learned about different planets, stars, and galaxies, and he had seen things that he could never have imagined before. When Max returned to Earth, he told his parents all about his adventure with Twinkle. They were amazed, but also a little bit skeptical. Max knew that it was hard to believe such an incredible story, but he knew that it was true. From that day on, Max continued to watch the stars every night, and he always looked for Twinkle. He never saw her again, but he knew that she was out there, somewhere in the vast expanse of space. Max grew up to be an astronomer, and he spent his life studying the stars and the mysteries of the universe. But he never forgot the incredible adventure that he had with Twinkle, and he always remembered that there was so much more out there, waiting to be discovered. And who knows, maybe one day, Another shooting star will streak across the sky, and Max will meet another incredible creature who will show him even more amazing sights.